This segment sponsored by Foster Financial. It's Monday, so you know it's time for Money Monday with Foster Financial, where we give you holistic financial advice, inform you on just some interesting topics, and have that good conversation with Caleb Doan, the Vice President. Hello, Caleb.
Hi.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Okay, so today we're going to discuss 401k plans, but specifically with Steel Dynamics, which is a huge, of course, business here in Fort Wayne. And so why is this a really important topic for us today?
Yeah, so I mean, there's a lot of Steel Dynamics workers in Fort Wayne. As we know, 401ks are super important when it comes to retirement savings. And the 401k plan at Steel Dynamics has a really interesting feature that we've used for a lot of our clients who work at Steel Dynamics, and that's called the Personal Choice Retirement Account.
Okay.
And essentially, normally within a 401k, you only have access to maybe 15 or 20 different preset investment options in the 401k. Well, with Steel Dynamics, if you use the Personal Choice Retirement Account, it gives you access to a much, much broader range of investment options and gives you the ability to have an advisor on that 401k Personal Choice Retirement Account. And so that can be really beneficial for a lot of people. If they want a more customized 401k, they want their investment accounts to be a lot more customized and tailored to them as opposed to a 401k, which might be a little bit more one size fits all. It's something that they can look into, and we've used that a lot for many of our clients at Steel Dynamics.
Okay, so I'm kind of thinking about when you log into your 401k in your company and you see where your investment's going, and it's like, oh, they just kind of threw it into an account, probably in your best interest, but it's not so much of you, moving around trying to do some type of, what is it called when?
Day trading.
Right, day trading, where you're like, oh, I think I'm gonna move 3,000 to Starbucks. Like, you don't do all of that. So that's what you mean by it's like a one size fits all that your company kind of places you in. But there's so many more than those 20 options or so, and you all know what's happening in the market.
Right, and we can kind of custom tailor it to the individual person. A lot of times people within their 401k, if they're not using something like a Personal Choice Retirement Account, they might be defaulted into what we call a target date fund. And so it might be a 2055 target date fund. Oftentimes that year, 2055, aligns with roughly when they're going to retire. But the issue is, a lot of people might be planning on retiring at 60. Some people might be retiring at 70. Like, you don't necessarily know when that is. And so if somebody's just in a target date fund that they're defaulted into based on their age, especially as they get closer to retirement, that fund might not be custom to them and it might not be meeting their needs. There are some 60-year-olds who are a lot more aggressive. There are some 60-year-olds who are a lot more conservative with their investments. And so by using the Personal Choice Retirement Account gives us the ability to be very tailored with the individual person, customize their risk score according to their risk tolerance, and try to get them to their retirement goals.
Okay, and this Personal Choice Account is specifically under Steel Dynamics. Like, that's an option that they present to their employees. When you say that allows for a personal advisor to be on the account, like you all being on the account with them, how is that different than someone's regular 401k that you may advise? Yeah,
so oftentimes the 401ks don't allow active management from an outside advisor. And so if I have a client who is at a different 401k that doesn't have the PCRA, Personal Choice Retirement Account option, if I want to go in and change their investments, I'll need to have them into the office. We'll log into their account together using their login, and then we just choose between maybe the 15 or 20 investment options that are there, but they're relatively limited. And so maybe we can't do as much sector rotation or active management there. Instead, with the Personal Choice Retirement Account, I can get what's called discretionary trading authority over that account. I can buy and sell things in the client's best interest without them needing to log in and be limited to those 15 or 20 investment options.
Oh, wow. That's really interesting. And so Steel Dynamics in particular offers it, but there may be other companies as well?
Yeah, there are some other, so like Parkview, for example, is another employer who has one. They, instead of PCRA, they call it self-directed brokerage account. But it's not terribly common. So, I mean, we probably see it in maybe 10% of 401ks.
Okay.
So if somebody has it, if you're a worker at Steel Dynamics, it's certainly something to consider taking advantage of. And there are pros and cons with it too. I mean, some people just want a set it and forget it situation, And maybe the 401k just directly is the easiest option for that. If somebody wants a little bit more tailoring and wants to work directly with an advisor, the personal choice retirement account could be a good way to go.
Okay, so as people are thinking about like, is this right for me? How will I benefit from it? Who would you say should, like what situation would they be in to want to consider this?
Yeah, I mean, I think if you're a worker at Steel Dynamics, it is certainly worth chatting with somebody to determine if it's in your best interest. Because there are, people who are far away from retirement, just starting out, who this could really benefit. Maybe they need an advisor helping them customize their contributions and really get them kick-started on the plan. But then there's also people, if they're really close to retirement, this can really be a big benefit because those are some really important years to manage the risk as you get closer to retirement. You have a lot of money saved up potentially, and you want to be able to protect it and yet still get you over the finish line to retirement. And so that's where a lot of that customization can come into play. So it's kind of all over the spectrum for people who this could benefit. It's not right for everybody, but still, if somebody has that option, like the people at Steel Dynamics, can be a good thing to talk over with an advisor.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, PCRA.
Yeah.
Got it. Thank you, Caleb.
Yeah, thank you.
And if you would like more information about Foster Financial, or you would like to look into this retirement option for your 401k, then we'll have their website and their phone number listed below. And I'll see you after the break. This segment sponsored by Foster Financial.